This sixth can of WD-40 sitting on the dusty shelf in your garage right now. You're probably only using it for maybe 1% of what it can actually do. Most people grab it for one thing, a squeaky door hinge, and then they set it back down and forget about it for another 6 months. But that little blue and yellow can is one of the most versatile problem solvers ever invented. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to use it, step by step, in ways that are going to save you real money and real headaches around your house, your car, and your yard. Here's something most people don't even know. If you look at the front of that can, it doesn't even say the word lubricant anywhere on it. WD-40 stands for water displacement. 40th formula. It was created back in 1953 by a tiny company out in California, and they weren't trying to fix squeaky doors at all. They were hired by an aerospace contractor to come up with something that could protect nuclear missiles from rust and corrosion in the damp ocean air, and it took them 40 tries to get the formula right. That's where the 40 comes from. So every single time you pick up that can, you're holding an industrial-grade rust fighter and moisture displacer that most folks just leave sitting in the dark. So today we're counting down 12 proven WD-40 uses that will completely change the way you take care of your home, your car, and everything in between. And stick around, because the last 3 on this list are the ones that sound almost too good to be true until you actually try them yourself. Let's get started. Number 12. Silence squeaky and sticking door hinges the right way. I know this is the one thing everybody already uses it for. But here's the thing, most people do it wrong and then wonder why the squeak comes back in a month. When a hinge squeaks, it's because the metal pin inside the hinge is rubbing against dry metal. Dirt and old dried up grease build up in there and cause friction. So first, take a dry rag and wipe down the hinge to get the loose grime off. Then pop the little red straw onto the nozzle so you can aim it precisely. Spray a short burst right at the top of the hinge pin, then open and close the door a few times to work it down into the joint. Wipe away the drips with your rag so they don't run down onto your paint or your floor. That squeak is gone. And because WD-40 also displaces moisture, it slows down the rust that caused the problem in the first place. Number 11. Freeze stuck and frozen zippers. There is nothing more frustrating than a zipper on a winter coat, a sleeping bag, or a piece of luggage that jams halfway up and won't budge. And here's the mistake people make. They force it. And when you force it, you either bend the metal teeth or you rip the fabric, and then that jacket goes straight into the trash. When a zipper freezes up like that, it's almost always because grit, dirt, or salt has wedged itself down inside the little slider mechanism. So pop that red straw on the nozzle again and spray one tiny drop directly into the slider. You don't need much at all. Then wait about 10 seconds and work the zipper pull gently back and forth, just a little at a time. The WD-40 flushes out those trapped dust particles and gets the track gliding smooth again. That's a problem solved in about 5 seconds, with 0 damage to the fabric. Number 10. Untangle a knotted jewelry chain. If you've ever had a fine gold or silver necklace get tied up in a tight little knot inside your jewelry box, you know how maddening it is. You sit there picking at it with your fingernails for 20 minutes, and then one wrong pull snaps that delicate chain right in half. Well, here's the trick jewelers use when they're in a pinch. Lay the knotted necklace flat on a clean table. Spray one tiny drop of WD-40 right on top of the knot. Then take 2 ordinary sewing needles, one in each hand, and place the tips right into the center of the knot. Because that little bit of oil gives the metal links just enough slip. The loops slide apart effortlessly, and the knot opens right up in seconds. When you're done, take the chain to the sink and wash it gently with warm soapy water to get the oil off. Good as new. Number 9. Remove chewing gum from carpet and fabric. Gum mashed deep into a rug or into a favorite pair of jeans usually makes people reach straight for a pair of scissors. But before you go cutting holes in your carpet or your clothes, try this instead. Spray WD-40 directly onto the ball of gum and the carpet fibers right around it. Then work that liquid gently with your fingers for about 30 seconds. What's happening is the WD-40 is breaking down the sticky texture of the gum, causing it to loosen its grip on the fibers. Once it lets go, that whole clump slides right out clean. Afterwards, wipe the area with a damp cloth and a little dish soap to lift the oil back out, and it's like it was never there. Number 8. Erase black rubber scuff marks from your floors. Hard-soled boots, furniture legs, and kids' toys leave those dark, ugly rubber streaks across tile, vinyl, and hardwood floors all the time. And here's the problem. A standard floor mop is not going to lift them, and if you get down on your hands and knees and scrub with a stiff brush, you can actually strip the protective finish right off your flooring. So instead, spray a quick, direct burst of WD-40 right on the scuff mark. Wait about 10 seconds for it to loosen the rubber. Then take a dry rag or a paper towel and wipe it clean. That scuff comes right off without dulling the shine. Now here's the important part most people skip. Follow it up with a quick wipe of warm soapy water to remove the slick residue, because WD-40 left on a floor is slippery and you don't want anybody taking a fall. Number 7. Keep wasps and hornets from nesting under your eaves. If wasps love building those paper nests up under your porch eaves, around your outdoor light fixtures, or even inside your mailbox, you don't have to wait until somebody gets stung to deal with it. Now here's the smart part. This is a preventive trick. So you want to do it early in the season before the nests get established, and you want to do it in the evening when the wasps are less active. Take your can of WD-40 and spray it up under the roof eaves, along the deck railings, and in the outdoor corners, anywhere you've noticed wasps starting to build. Wasps can't stand the smell, and it discourages them from building on those treated surfaces. They'll fly right on past your house and go build somewhere else. Just reapply it every few weeks through the season, because rain and sun will wear it off over time. Number 6. Loosen a rusted bolt or a frozen padlock. If you work on a lawnmower, an outdoor grill, or a car, there is nothing worse than a rusted bolt or a padlock that just refuses to move. And here's the danger. If you force a rusted bolt with a long wrench, you'll snap the head clean off, and then you're stuck drilling out broken steel for hours. So before you do that, spray WD-40 directly into the threads or into the lock mechanism. Now this is the part where patience pays off. Give it 2 to 3 full minutes to soak. That liquid needs time to creep down into the microscopic gaps between the rusted metal. Then take a hammer and tap the bolt head lightly a few times. That little bit of shock helps break the rust bond loose. Now turn it. You've got a much better chance of backing that bolt out without snapping it or stripping the head. All right, we are halfway through this list, and we've already saved you money in a whole bunch of different ways. But these next 6 are where WD-40 shifts from a simple garage fix to a complete home maintenance powerhouse, including our top 2, which sound so crazy you'll have to see them to believe them. Number 5. Keep snow and grass from sticking to your equipment. This one works year-round for your outdoor tools. In the winter, wet snow freezes and cakes onto your snow shovel blade, making every single scoop twice as heavy as it needs to be. In the summer, wet grass clippings pack onto the underside of your lawnmower deck, clogging up the blades and bogging down the engine. But the fix for both problems is exactly the same. Before you even start working, spray a light, even coat of WD-40 onto a clean shovel blade or up under the steel deck of your mower. It creates a slick barrier that keeps the snow, the ice, and the wet grass from being able to grab hold. So your shovel clears smooth, your mower cuts cleaner, and you'll save your lower back a whole lot of strain in the process. Just make sure the surface is clean and dry before you spray, or it won't stick right. Number 4. Safely remove old bumper stickers and decals. If you've ever tried peeling an old bumper sticker off your car, you know it can be an absolute nightmare. The vinyl tears into 100 tiny pieces, and you're left with a thick patch of yellow baked-on glue. And if you grab a razor blade or a metal scraper, you can scratch straight into the finish. Harsh chemicals like acetone will actually melt your clear coat, so here's the safe way to do it. Peel up one tiny corner of the sticker, then spray WD-40 directly behind it and over the top of it. Let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes so it can work its way underneath. The liquid breaks down that tough acrylic adhesive, and the sticker peels off cleanly in one piece. And if there's any glue left behind, it wipes right off with a microfiber towel. No aggressive scraping, no scratches in your paint. Number 3. Remove tree sap and baked-on bugs from your car paint. Since we're already working on the car, keep that blue can handy. A long highway trip can leave your bumper caked in dried bug splatter, and parking under a tree in the summer leaves sticky sap spots all over your hood. Now here's the mistake. If you try to scrub those off at the car wash with a hard sponge, the grit trapped in that sponge is going to scratch your clear coat. So instead, spray WD-40 directly over the tree sap or the bug splatters. Let it sit for about 30 seconds to soften up that hardened mess. Then take a clean microfiber rag and the whole thing wipes off like hot butter. No scrubbing, no paint scratches, and no expensive detailing bill. Just give the area a quick wash with soap and water afterward to clean off the residue. Number 2, safely remove a stuck ring from a swollen finger. If your fingers ever swell up from injury, from heat, or from arthritis, and a metal ring gets stuck, people start to panic real quick. Most folks try soap and water first, but soap just washes away almost instantly, and it can leave your skin raw and sore from all the pulling. So before you assume that ring has to be cut off, try this first. Spray a tiny targeted squirt of WD-40 right around the ring and up under the metal band. Then work it gently around the skin for about 5 seconds. Because it lowers that skin-to-metal friction and stays slick even under pressure, the ring will slide right over a swollen knuckle much more easily, and without all that painful yanking. And it can save a precious piece of jewelry from getting destroyed. Just wash your hands well with soap afterward to get it all off your skin. Alright, before we get to number 1, which is the best hack on this entire list. Well, according to me anyway.
If you're finding this video helpful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you don't miss the next episode. Alright, back to number 1. Number 1, save your clothes from permanent grease stains. Getting motor oil or a grease stain on your favorite shirt or your best pair of jeans usually means they're ruined, and it's even worse if they've already been through a hot dryer, because the heat sets that stain in for good. Most people just throw the clothes away at that point, but you don't have to. Here's exactly what to do. First, lay a piece of cardboard inside the shirt or the pant leg, right behind the stain, so the WD-40 doesn't bleed through to the other side. Then spray WD-40 directly onto the grease stain. And here's why this works. Oil dissolves oil. The WD-40 breaks down that old dried grease and actually pulls it back up and out of the fabric fibers. Now cover the spot with a good amount of dish soap, scrub it in for about 10 seconds, and then throw it straight into the wash on the hottest setting the fabric can handle. When it comes out, that stain will be gone, and you just saved your favorite pair of jeans from the trash. Now, one quick word of caution before you go running off with that can. WD-40 is flammable, so never spray it near an open flame, a pilot light, or anything hot, and always use it in a well-ventilated area. Keep it away from the kids and the pets, and don't use it on anything that's going to touch your food, like cutting boards or countertops. It's a petroleum product, not a food-safe cleaner, and for the fabric tricks, always test a small hidden spot first, especially on anything delicate or light-colored. Used with a little common sense, that can is about as handy a thing as you can keep in the house. So there you have it. 1 6-12 can, 12 practical uses, and probably a good bit of money kept right in your pocket. Which one of these surprised you the most? Or do you have a WD-40 trick that I completely missed? Let me know down in the comments, because I read every one of them. If you like simple household fixes that save money, subscribe for more practical tricks like these. YouTube thinks you'll like this video next, so go ahead and check it out, and I'll see you in the next episode.